There was a lady at the YWCA, and I will call her that. She could have known something I didn't know and didn't want to tell me. People working against me. Well, I'm not paranoid saying that at all. No way. The Lancaster police were called on me by girls working against me. And one was my next door neighbor, and oh my God, calling the cops for no reason at all. When she was a real pain in the ass in the morning, like 2 hours sometimes in the fucking morning. It's all about her in the kitchen. All about her. All about her little world, her little world, her little kitchen. And she doesn't want anybody to bother her. Well, that's fine, but make sure you put a big sign up there from 5 to 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be in the kitchen. Don't come in. Whatever. All the YWCA, there was no manners at all. Okay, why did I came on to pray, all right, because I'm so frustrated with all the lies in my life, all the horrifying people that I was forced to put up with. The victim is forced to put up with the lying bully, and they're, you can't get away from them. Like, they have, like, multiple they're majorly demon-possessed. These control freak, insane abusers. I mean, they have multiple demons. Like, I guess I've seen a drug addict. Yeah, I did. The person who stole from me greatly was a major drug addict, and I heard he went to the hospital. And then he went to his mommy's house. That's what this asshole did about a month ago. Stole me blind. And then he goes to his mommy's house. Then he almost dies in the hospital from what he does, He could have hurt a girl easily. He's just I don't know anything about him. Just a nutcase. And his name that he could have given me could have been false. Like, I mean, there is no help in this world. And, I can't help it that I was completely, totally lied to from everyone. And I don't like it when a family member acts so surprised that I'm love-starved. I'm not love-starved. I have Jesus that lives on the inside of me. I do have to stand up for Jesus and say that I believe in the Son of God, Jesus, S-O-N, and not S-U-N, of the world's universe, UN, I'm a part of the universe, and I have a sign, and that sign is so important, and I'm supposed to look to the sign for advice when it's all iffy, just like prophecy. So, I personally think there's a connection between prophecy and the tarot cards, because basically they don't have a deck of cards in their hand, but familiar spirits alerts people to who they're talking to their audience on YouTube, and their prophecy people, women given 2 to 5 minute prophecies that I used to look at like 3 years ago. Every day I looked at a few women. I looked at chosen ones, YouTubers also. These prophecy ladies, alright, you don't love yourself entirely. When I went to look to the tarot cards and the prophecy women, I'm talking about, prophecy for the Lord, Jesus, okay, but what is prophecy? It's iffy. So I'm insulting myself. If I love myself, why would I go to a tarot card to go and read about me, Tara? I mean, I should know about myself, who I am, know what I didn't like. I talked to a monster, basically. I can call him an insane abuser. 1 month ago, I almost killed myself, stole me blind. What else was I supposed to do? I didn't kill myself, but being stolen from blind, yeah, I almost did. And then his so-called whatever, a person is in, they have major problems, and it's the only person whom I would help out. If I had the money, I would help that individual out, and that's if I would have the money. I would help out mothers and children first before I'd help him out. So when I'd help out the mothers and children that I heard fighting where I'm at, then I would go and help him out, like a one-time deal, like for a week, a nice week. This is your, he wouldn't, I don't even know if he works or not, but whatever. Everyone deserves a chance unless they are the monster that I decided to talk to a month ago. Everyone is worth a second chance. But all of the insane abusers who will steal from their mom blind, and I had to say a good mom. Okay, you're not even allowed to steal from your bad mom, and then the good child gets killed. Okay, but okay, yeah, like. So, yeah, you always help out the mothers and the children. You always help out children if you can. And then what if there's an abusive mom? And that just sucks. Well, what the hell are you supposed to do? God, I would have built a facility that would help out mothers and children. And then, if I found out the mothers have a drug addict problem, then I would try to compensate that with whatever drugs they're supposed to take to compensate, not taking drugs. Like you take Adderall instead of meth, I guess. All right, something like that. Like my facility would help out a mother with her children, okay? And that would be somebody like me 30 years ago, when I had children and I needed help. I needed a place with zero money because that's all I had. And this world will not help out where help needs it the most. What about Lancaster, PA? Lancaster, PA always helped out the male more than the female. That's the truth. Because 2015, I went to the Lancaster Mission. They were like, you're the third woman. You're the third lady that we had to turn down. In an ice storm, in an ice blizzard, and I couldn't stand late Theodore Carl Samuelin. He was unspeakable, demanding. He was a demanding little brat narcissist. And he could get away with it from me. Couldn't get away with it from his mean sister who was a narcissist. That's the whole thing. Like, there's narcissists all over the world, and then when it comes down to it, then I'm the one who's picked one the most. So late Theodore Carl Samuelin couldn't stay there. I went to the mission. Ice cold. I had to go back and beg late Theodore Carl Samuelin, thanks to the Lancaster Mission, he was never ever there for me. My whole experience in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, except for 6 months when I came back from Delaware, but they got $9 million that year from COVID. So from all the information from what people told me, they had $15 million a year because they advertise. You advertise all over the world and you get $15 million. Easy. Joyce Meyer, Kenneth Capelin, Creflo Dollar brought in $25 million a year for their own personal lives. So Joyce Meyer is incredibly selfish and greedy when she takes home that much to her and her husband. I mean, she made money. I don't know about it anymore, but whatever. They made money. They made money. They were making money. Paying to be on TV is expensive. They were making money being on TV. Saying, now, they do help out a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Like, I'm just saying, like, 0.0000000, millions of zeros before that one. And that might be one little person in Cuba who never ever heard about Jesus, right? All right, let's just say they get the internet for 10 seconds. All right, 10 seconds they get the internet. For some reason, Gloria or Kenneth Copeland shows up. That I can't cope with. But they say one thing for 10 seconds. They say, Jesus is the Son of God, and the truth will only come, life will only come through him. I shouldn't say that probably. Okay. And, that couple seconds, that kid heard a whole mouthful of, Jesus is the Son of God. Like, that 10 seconds, just right there. Not even 10 seconds, just, 5. And that kid heard something that he didn't hear in Cuba. Okay, I'm just making Cuba a big deal because Cuba doesn't get internet that I saw years ago. Okay, so that's a problem area that people they might have internet 1 hour a day when the free phones went out. So they might get internet. They might get it 1 hour a day. That's their, we're spoiled. But how many videos are not professional like mine? And you wouldn't want to watch over half my videos anyway, because I just talking to them like you're my best friend. And men who liked me in the past, they were all death relationships. They were supposed to be my lover, best friend, companion. And that just doesn't happen. That just doesn't work because there's too many bad guys out there that lie. They can't say the truth. Like this last guy I met recently, if you can't say where you're at or whatever, then you just forget it. Like, and he hates his life so much. If I get blessed, he gets the tiny bit of assistance that I would give him is 1 week. Something that I would want. But first, all the women and the children that I hear that are a little chaotic where I'm at, they have to be helped first before I help out that other individual. And that would be my criteria. Well, what is my other criteria? Helping out myself. I need my own, to know that I have my own secure, safe spot where I can be helped, where I can be supported. In all reality, a person doesn't have to be supported, but people like me, I'm torn down. Where I lived at, the YWCA, that tore me down majorly. I couldn't do one thing there. That's sad. It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be an organization to help out Christian women. The young women Christian Association is what it's supposed to be. There's nothing Christian about them. There's nothing Christian about the Lancaster mission when they said that they were Christian, if they're Christian anymore, and I don't even care. Because you don't treat people like shit. And I have no idea, don't treat the trans like shit either. But don't treat regular people like shit. They get more brownie points, the YWCA, I'm sorry. Well, they do too, probably. The YWCA and definitely the Lancaster mission gets brownie points for helping out transgender, because I lived there at the Lancaster mission 3 years ago. And they let a transgender do anything they wanted at the Lancaster mission. which is you're not supposed to make sexual comments while he's in the smoking box at the Lancaster Mission in the women's section, because that's what he calls himself. All right. He's like, yeah, man, it's great, man. I want to fuck this one, fuck that one in the smoke box. This woman goes and reports to staff. They're supposed to be thrown out. Okay? Now, not only that, he stole power packs in the bathroom. So this girl goes to work in the morning, and her power pack's in there. 4:30, her friend sees the transgender go into the women's bathroom. He has his own special bathroom for himself. There's cameras in the Lancaster Mission at night. Well, they let the transgender do whatever they want. He stole her power pack in the bathroom. They have cameras, so that was reported. Also, he walks around the transgender 3 years ago in the Lancaster Mission, where the women slept in the shelter, the beds. He went around and he looked through the backpacks and purses in the fluorescent light, and the one girl kept on shining a light on him. And he went away, but, like, they don't do anything. The Lancaster Mission. Like, you really think that's a good organization where, oh, look, well, there's somebody watching the women sleep at night. All 30, they're all tucked in, and nobody's going around stealing any of their belongings in their backpacks or anything. Yeah, what about the transgender? What about that transgender? What And really, when I stayed at the Lancaster Mission, and this was 2021, okay? There's a crazy girl that slept. Well, here's my bed, and then there's the transgender in front of me, and the crazy girl was in the back of me. The crazy girl and the transgender did meth in the Lancaster Mission, and that was 2021 around October. And that was done in the Lancaster Mission. All right, and so you can't tell me anything that, they care, that they even watch. I mean, yeah, the transgender is actually going around stealing they actually did meth, like, my little walkway, they did meth together right in the aisle, walk into the bathroom. Like, a Lancaster Mission is a joke. They are a total joke. God. I mean, really, like, you're supposed to be kicked out if you don't follow the rules. Okay, why did they let that transgender do whatever they wanted? Because the Lancaster Mission then gets brownie points and, look, we helped out a transgender. Look, we get money somewhere. And that's what I'm thinking. Like, what, you let this transgender do whatever the fuck they wanted. Like, what the hell? He wants to fuck everyone. He does meth there. He goes through all the women's purses and personal belongings. And this is what takes place. And they don't do anything. The Lancaster Mission is a joke.